Meanwhile, world leaders and prominent political figures attended a gender equality summit in Paris. The summit was hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron at the Louvre Museum. Now, the United Nations Secretary General and United Nations Women Chief and also the European Council President were in attendance. Antonio Guterres called for an end to violence against women.
On voit maintenant une régression poussée par un certain nombre de dirigeants et mouvements politiques, économiques et religieux dans le monde. Il faut, si vous me permettez une phrase en anglais, we must push back against the pushback. Il faut, c'est une bataille idéologique et il faut gagner cette bataille idéologique contre les forces conservatrices qui se développent un peu partout dans le monde et qui...
And also some of the most powerful women in the world graced the event. US Vice President Kamala Harris said that women deprived of freedom of speech and right to vote must stand up for their rights. Now, Harris also said that democracy around the world is in peril.
I believe that if we want to strengthen democracy, we must fight for gender equality. Because here's the truth. Democracy is strongest when everyone participates, and it is weaker when people are left out.
And former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton said that those at the front lines of change must be empowered. The executive director of United Nations Women, Phuzimbule Mlambo, said that the fight for gender equality has to continue.
We are grateful for all that has been done, but we have to do now everything in our power to empower those who are on the front lines of change today. Generation equality is possible if we determine to make it so.
The fight still has to continue. What we are doing today is to take a step forward. We are extending the number of people who participate in gender equality. We are also intergenerational in that young people are at the core of what we do. If what we do does not benefit and change the lives of young people, we would have lost it all together.
And co-president of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Melinda Gates, announced that her foundation will spend nearly about $2.1 billion to promote global gender equality. Melinda also pledged a further $1.4 billion on women's sexual health and reproductive rights.
I'm here to tell you from our foundation is that we're committing $2.1 billion of new money. The second area of our focus will be that of sexual health and reproductive rights. We participated in that group, that working group. I think you know we've been working on women's health for 20 years and family planning for almost a decade. We're going to put another $1.4 billion in that area.
And French President Emmanuel Macron, while delivering the closing remarks, said that women had suffered the most during the lockdown. He also acknowledged that there had been a rise in cases of domestic violence and violence against women in the past 1 year.
We have often said that COVID is an anti-social virus because it affects the poorest. It is also anti-feminist. That is clear. Freedoms are going backwards. The rights that we believe were fundamental are becoming optional. Women who only want to have the freedom to drive are singled out. Others who only demand not to wear a headscarf or to undergo abortion are threatened. That's a reality today at the same moment that we are speaking here at the Louvre.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.